linear search. It's a very interesting topic, and through linear search we will try to learn how search is working. And suppose you have given list of array or list of item, list of a table, right? And you need to find out any specific values or the target values. Okay, then we think about the linear search, and we can say linear search is not that much optimized way of doing searching, but definitely before learning any other efficient solutions we will look the linear search and how it works, right? So in computer science world, the linear search or sequential search, okay, is method to finding an element, right, within a list or array. What happened in the linear search, right? So as told, right, it's also called as a sequential search. It's a pretty much simple search algorithm, right, that checks each and every record until we find the target values or the keys. And once we find the items, either we will try to return the index or we can return the boolean values. Okay, so suppose you have given one, try to understand. So I'm taking one example here. So I have given one array, suppose 1 8 9 10 6 5 4 3 2. Okay, in this case array is not sorted. Okay, and how many items are there? Okay, so size, if you see, we have total number of size 9. Okay, and the target value, which is key, is 5. Okay, and we need to find 5 inside this array. Okay, so as per the name suggests, right, it's a sequential or linear. So we need to iterate each and every item in this list. Okay, and we will try to compare if it's equal to the key, and as soon as we find the key we will try to come out from the loop. Okay, so we will start from index 0 and we will go till index 8, right? So we are starting from 0 to 8. We will see 1 is matching, no. 8 is matching, no. 9 is matching, no. 10, no. 6, no. So here is our key. So as soon as we find the key, we'll return boolean. If you are defining function like is key found, integer key, in this case we will return true false. Or if you are writing function like get index, okay, so in this case we will return the index values 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. Out will be 5 and here it will be true. Okay, take another example. Okay, suppose we have been given key equal to 1, so when I is equal to 0, okay, and if you see index of 0 we have 1, which is equal to the key, right? And as soon as we get the key, matching key, we will exit from the loop and will return the index value or will return the boolean value. So in this case, if we will try to get some more information about the time complexity, right? As the name suggests, it's going to be O, big O of n. So where n is the size of array. Okay, and in the best case time complexity could be O of 1 in this case. When key is 1, we started iteration, and the first iteration itself we found the key. So in this case we can say in the best case our time complexity is big O of 1, and worst case time complexity would be O of n. Okay, take another example. Suppose key has been given -2. So in this case what we are going to do? So we will try to compare index 0 to index 8, and if we are not finding any of the element which is matching with the key, in this case we will return false. And if you try to analyze the time complexity in the worst case, so if key is not present, we need to iterate O, big O of n time just to find out if element is not present. If element is not present, okay, after traversing each and every element we will try to return false. Okay, so if you see the code, it's pretty simple, right? We are going to write loop integer I equal to 0, I should be less than n, and I plus plus. On as soon as found array of I equal to key, right, return true or return false, right? Public bool is key found. Again, look at the time complexity here. So as we are looping here, so it's going to be O of n. Okay, this could be 1 and time complexity, as already we have discussed, here of 1, and the space complexity which is going to be of 1. Okay, so it's pretty simple and pretty easy to understand about the linear search. And linear search we can apply in the list or any of the data structure to loop it from one place, from low index to higher index, right? Now we can traverse can be done from left to right or right to left, right? So suppose example given 2, 4, 5, 8, and you need to find out, and key has been given 5. So you can start from 2, then you can move to 4, then 5, and as soon as you find the key you return true and false. Another example could be 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, and key has been given suppose 2, right? You may start looping from first I equal to n minus 1. So you can look at it's not matching, not matching, not matching, and we found the key here and return key. and return true here. So there is no any such rules that you need to always look at from left to right. You may try from right to left to traverse the linked list or array. So this is all about the linear search. Okay, and we will see how we will try to look at the code as well when number of item is growing, and when you try to run this specific code in the large scale environment, right? It's really going to take the time. Okay, and then we will see how binary search is more efficient to solve this problem. Okay, and there is no such condition that array should be sorted. So even whatever the linear search we have written, we can apply this linear search is in unsorted array as well. Uh, Use cases what we are going to search it here, right? So we have given one array, an array of the item, and I will take the array of as an integer, and there are certain keys you need to find out, and we will try to compare how much time it's going to take, and we will try to increase the number of keys, and then we will validate like how linear search is how efficient linear search is there, and how we can avoid linear search in the large scale, and we can adopt binary search top of that. Okay, so for example, I have given one array. Okay, and this is the size. Okay, text size, initially text size 20. Okay, fill array, sorry, new. So I'm going to fill this array from for loop I less than size, and array of I is equal to I plus 1. So I will fill this array from 1 to 20. Okay, and not 20, it's array to size. And there is certain keys which we need to find out. Suppose I'm going to find out 8, and yeah, key is found. Is key found. Okay, and I'm implementing the linear search algorithm inside this. So here I will have integer array, and another I will have the key, array and key. And as we know the size, so we can pass this size as a parameter. Okay, so this will be the integer size. Okay, and as we know, the linear search is also one of the sequential search. So we need to iterate each and every item just to validate either key is present or not. If in somewhere in any of the while traversing we find the key, we will try to return the boolean values true, and we will break the loop. Okay, and might be it totally depends. Like, so some places might be you need the as we you know the key, right? So the when you do the search, either you need to validate, so you need the boolean return, or might be if you need the index of the item, right? So in that case you can return integer. So here I am trying to return the boolean. So if array of I is equal to key, and I'm going to return true, else I'm going to return here false, right? This is very basic algorithm just to find the any item which is present inside the array. If it's present, then return true, and if it's not present, then it's return false. Okay, and just see, look at how it's work. So I'm expecting true in this case because I'm trying to search 8. Okay, it's a true. And if I will ask to find, okay, 0 is present or not, because as 0 I haven't given I did not fill 0 inside the array, so 0 is not present, so I'm expecting false. Okay, now think about, suppose you have a large scale system where your size is million or billion. Okay, like 100 million, so 100 5 6. Okay, this is the size, and I'm asking you to find this is the key. Okay, and you wanted to validate like how much time it's going to take to execute to find this specific key. Okay, so definitely this key is present here, so it will return true. Okay, and if you wanted to say how much time it's going to take, uh, doing linear search, and I'm taking the date time, start date, and I'm taking end date, total execution time to calculate, right? So what I can do, end time minus start time. So this much time it's going to take, and let's see to find one key how much time it's taking. So here it's taken around uh, around 9 milliseconds. Okay, so suppose in this case it's 9 milliseconds. Suppose you have multiple keys and you need to find out. Suppose you have the array of the key. Okay, and your key start from 1 minus 1, this number and this number and this. Okay, and asking you like keys dot length. Okay, and just try to find out that the keys is present or not. And now look at like how much time it's going to take just to get the 6 keys. Okay, it taken around 1 minute 8 second, sorry, 1 second and 8 millisecond. Suppose you have some more keys here. So true, false, true, 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 it's going to return. And finding all these keys will take around 2 seconds. Okay, so assume here if you see we are trying to search only 2 keys, 7 keys, and if you have large system, right, where your keys are huge and you're trying to validate, right, for examples, while in the theory part discussions we have already discussed, if you have user base, right, so Facebook and Google, right, and if you have billion users, right, and you're trying to find either this user ID is active or deactive or present or not, like in this case really it your system, this particular algorithm is not going to work. It only if if your array size is very small like 10, 20, 30, 100, it's fine. But when your size is going to grow, right, so your time is going to grow, and it will be, and there could be time that your system